DeepMind was founded in London in 2010 with an ambition that stood apart from the traditional goals of technology companies. Its founders believed that by solving the mystery of intelligence, they could empower humanity to tackle its most complex and urgent challenges. Unlike firms that prioritized short-term commercial applications, DeepMind committed itself to a scientific mission rooted in the ideals that first defined artificial intelligence research in the mid-20th century. Intelligence was not merely a tool to be programmed, but a phenomenon to be understood, replicated, and ultimately amplified for the good of all. After its acquisition by Google in 2014, DeepMind was able to dramatically scale its efforts while maintaining its scientific independence and ethical orientation. Its goal remained unchanged: to create artificial general intelligence, AGI, systems capable of exhibiting the full range of human cognitive abilities, and to ensure that such intelligence would be deployed to benefit humanity broadly and fairly. In its formative years, DeepMind demonstrated the extraordinary potential of combining deep learning with reinforcement learning. Its agents, capable of mastering Atari video games from raw pixel input and sparse rewards, revealed the feasibility of machines learning complex behaviors autonomously. This breakthrough laid the foundation for the Deep Q network, DQN architecture, and marked the beginning of a new era in AI research. Global recognition came in 2016, when AlphaGo defeated world champion Lee Sedol in the game of Go, long considered a final frontier for artificial intelligence. This achievement showed that machines could not only execute brute force computation, but could also demonstrate strategic intuition and creativity. With AlphaZero, DeepMind built an even more generalized system, one that achieved superhuman mastery across chess, Go, and shogi through self-play alone. These feats were not mere curiosities. They were profound demonstrations that learning itself, the foundation of intelligence, could be instantiated in machines without human handcrafting. Yet DeepMind's ambitions reached far beyond games. The development of AlphaFold marked one of the most significant scientific contributions of modern times, solving the decades-old protein folding problem with remarkable precision. By accurately predicting the three-dimensional structures of proteins, AlphaFold unlocked new possibilities for understanding diseases, designing novel therapies, and advancing biotechnology. It was not just a scientific breakthrough. It was a humanitarian one, with the potential to accelerate biomedical discovery and improve countless lives around the world. DeepMind's work in healthcare extended beyond biology into clinical practice. Its AI models demonstrated the ability to diagnose diabetic retinopathy, predict patient deterioration in hospitals, and assist in the interpretation of complex medical imaging. By augmenting clinical expertise, DeepMind's systems promise to make healthcare more precise, preventive, and accessible. These efforts, however, also underscored the ethical challenges associated with medical AI, particularly regarding data privacy, consent, and accountability, challenges DeepMind sought to address through transparency and ethical foresight. Throughout its growth, DeepMind retained a deep commitment to ethical leadership. It established an Ethics and Society unit dedicated to examining the broader societal impacts of AI, and consistently advocated for the creation of international standards to guide the development and deployment of transformative technologies. Recognizing that the effects of AI would transcend borders, industries, and generations, DeepMind called for a collaborative global approach to governance. Demis Hassabis, DeepMind's co-founder and CEO, articulated these themes with particular urgency. Speaking in 2025, he warned that humanity was on the cusp of creating AGI within the next 5 to 10 years. The question was not whether AGI would arrive, but whether society would be ready for its arrival. Cooperation among nations, corporations, and researchers, he insisted, was imperative. Without coordinated standards and safeguards, the world risked unleashing technologies more powerful than it could effectively control. Hassabis defined AGI as a system capable of performing any intellectual task that a human can, and he emphasized that AGI would not merely amplify human knowledge, it would catalyze new knowledge. By building systems that could reason, hypothesize, and discover autonomously, humanity could enter an unprecedented era of scientific advancement. AlphaFold had already offered a glimpse of this possibility, a system developed using general AI methods that had revolutionized biological science. Imagining the potential impact of AGI, Hassabis painted an optimistic future. In healthcare, AGI could help cure all known diseases, develop personalized therapies, and create new classes of medicines beyond current human comprehension. In energy, it could aid in the discovery of sustainable and virtually limitless energy sources, from practical nuclear fusion to revolutionary battery technologies. In climate science, AGI could help model the Earth's complex systems with unprecedented precision, offering new strategies for mitigation and adaptation to environmental change. In education, AGI could provide personalized, lifelong learning assistance tailored to the unique needs and potential of each individual, democratizing access to the highest quality education. In fundamental science, AGI could accelerate the exploration of physics, chemistry, and materials science, leading to new technologies, scientific paradigms, and perhaps entirely new fields of inquiry. Beyond these specific applications, AGI, if aligned with human values, could foster a world of abundance, allowing humanity to move beyond survival-driven economics toward a society centered on creativity, exploration, and human flourishing. It could help extend human civilization beyond Earth, enabling deep space exploration and perhaps even interstellar travel, aided by technologies developed through machine-augmented discovery. Yet Hassabis remained clear-eyed about the risks. He emphasized that AI's dual-use nature meant that the same systems that could heal could also harm. Ensuring that access to AGI technology is appropriately restricted while promoting its beneficial applications would be one of humanity's greatest ethical and political challenges. Furthermore, as AI systems become increasingly autonomous, ensuring they remain aligned with human goals and values, and that they remain interpretable, controllable, and corrigible, would demand unprecedented foresight and ingenuity. On the issue of AI misalignment, Hassabis acknowledged the active debate within the research community. He noted that while some experts believed catastrophic failure to be unlikely, others believed it was the default trajectory without radical safeguards. Given this uncertainty, he argued that humanity must proceed with caution, investing heavily in alignment research and safety protocols, rather than assuming that solutions would emerge spontaneously. Reflecting on how societies might adapt to the rapid changes wrought by AI, Hassabis expressed cautious optimism. He noted humanity's historical resilience in the face of technological upheaval and suggested that, just as previous generations adapted to the internet and smartphones, future generations would integrate AI into their lives. However, he emphasized that those who sought not just to use AI, but to understand it deeply, would be best positioned to thrive. In personal reflections, Hassabis affirmed the continued importance of rigorous education in mathematics, logic, and science, even as the nature of programming and technical work evolved. While AI might democratize access to computational tools, a deep understanding of the underlying principles would remain invaluable for innovation and ethical leadership. Drawing inspiration from cultural depictions of AI, Hassabis praised portrayals that emphasized AI's potential to assist and uplift humanity, such as the robots in Interstellar. At the same time, he warned against prematurely pursuing conscious AI systems before humanity fully understands the nature of consciousness itself, advocating for the development of powerful but non-sentient AI tools to serve human goals. In summarizing his own identity, Hassabis described himself primarily as a scientist, driven by a lifelong passion for discovery and understanding. Entrepreneurship and engineering, in his view, were simply means to accelerate scientific progress and translate knowledge into practical benefit. For him, building AI is not merely a technological pursuit. It is a philosophical and scientific quest to understand intelligence, consciousness, and the very fabric of reality. As DeepMind moves forward, its mission remains both profoundly ambitious and profoundly consequential. Its breakthroughs in artificial intelligence are not ends in themselves, but stepping stones toward a future where technology serves humanity's highest aspirations. Whether through curing diseases, solving energy crises, mitigating climate change, advancing scientific understanding, or expanding the reach of human civilization, DeepMind's work holds the promise of reshaping the human condition itself. The future of artificial intelligence will be defined by choices about design, governance, ethics, and purpose. DeepMind has consistently argued that these choices must be made with care, humility, and a commitment to the common good. As the world approaches the threshold of AGI, the questions DeepMind has championed will become central to global discourse. The story of DeepMind is a story of unprecedented possibility. It is a story of intelligence, not just artificial but human, of ambition tempered by responsibility, of innovation guided by ethics, of discovery pursued in the service of humanity's shared destiny.